not on the screen here, but on a different screen where only I'm visible, not you guys. And that classes video gets uploaded to YouTube so that you can use that for your reference. So what it means is, I would recommend all of you not to spend your time and energy taking notes in the class, because if you are busy taking notes, the concepts that we will talk about, you might end up missing those. So your focus should be on understanding the concepts, following what is being discussed in the class, versus worrying more about taking notes and making sure that nothing is getting missed out. Because you have the video of the entire class. I'm not a YouTuber. It's not for me to get views. It is only for you guys. Okay, that's why I record and upload. And YouTube is the best source, because I don't have to worry about paying anything to YouTube. It comes for free. I can just upload the video, and that is for you guys as well as anybody else who wants to take a look at it. Okay? So I hope you guys get the message with respect to what we have to do in the class. Again, you don't have to worry about taking notes and all. Everything is there for you. Okay? So right now, again, we have so far whatever we have done, right? We have done in different sprints, I would say. Meaning this is a class for ICT preparation, so everything that you have on Khan Academy for digital ICT preparation, that is what we covered. And we'll probably end up covering 2-3 iterations of the same topic, same scope in next 1 to 1.5 years. Okay? So you'll get to practice enough, you'll get to revise the concepts enough, and be ready much ahead of time for ICT. Now, the point that I was trying to make here was that so far, out of the 13 units we had picked up certain units ahead of schedule, ahead of other units, and then we had gone ahead and talked about it, because that was based on certain requests that we got from some of you. Now we are trying to go back to the normal routine. So what we will do is, unit 1 and 2 are the easier ones. That's why I'm not touching those right now. We are starting with, we are not touching 1, 2 and 3 right now. We are starting with unit 4, which is the first unit on advanced math. So that's what we have started with from the last class. And we talked about quadratic equation, factorization of quadratic equations, or finding out some basic calculations, how we can deal with them. And we had some specific questions that we wanted to solve. So we'll continue with unit 4. However, each one of you had the opportunity to stop me and say, sir, can you pick up this topic for this weekend? Because we had the class on Saturday and Sunday. So you can always tell me that, okay, I'm lagging behind on this particular topic in my class. This is what has been taught. Can you pick up that topic for this weekend, and then we can resume to our regular speed? And that is perfectly fine. So that option is for each one of you. Only caveat to that is, you have to let me know at least 1 day in advance so that I can plan the class, right? I'm not coming underprepared for teaching you guys. I do some preparation before I come to the class. So if you let me know that topic a day in advance, that gives me something time to prepare for it and then come to you guys. Is that okay? Okay.
Yes, sir.
Alright. And all the new kids, again, you are all like my kids. That's why I say kids. So, all the new kids, are you guys able to follow me with my speed? Or am I speaking too fast or too slow? Or you're not liking my accent either? It's okay? You able to follow me? Okay. That's the thing. Alright. So let's get started. Has anybody got a chance to see what all we are wanting to cover today? I had sent a message probably 15-20 minutes ago. Anybody who remembers?
I saw something about polynomials in the message.
Okay, that's one of them.
Wait, can you I don't know where you messaged me this thing.
So Ananya, what we'll have to do is, Arya knows there's a WhatsApp group, and your daddy also knows. Okay, so that's how I got you added. I got your daddy added to the WhatsApp group, which is for all the kids and the parents for this SAT preparation WhatsApp group. Okay, so since if you have a phone for yourself, we'll get you also added to the group. Okay.
Okay.
So either ask daddy to, or you can ping me on my WhatsApp number. You can get my number from from Daddy, and then I can add you to the group. Okay.
Okay.
So the thing that we are going to cover today, let me read it. Okay. So as you can see, I'm already getting old. So I have all the reasons for being forgetful. Okay, Vaibhav is missing, Rutvik is missing, and Ritika, are you there? I cannot see on the screen. Ritika is not there probably. So 3 of the kids are missing. Okay, so the topics that we are going to cover are radical and rational exponents, negative exponents, adding and subtracting polynomials, multiplying polynomials, and then rational expressions basics. So let's see how much we are able to cover. So first thing is radical and rational exponents. Hello. Come on in.
Sorry.
You can take a chair. Okay. Come somewhere here so that I can see you. And we'll make sure that. Okay. So we have one more kid in the class. So I call you guys kids. Bear with me, okay? So your name is what? Say it again. Sai. Okay, good. So we have Sai also in the classroom apart from Praneeth. And some of you who are supposed to be in the classroom but are still online. So today we are doing Unit 4 of Digital SAT Prep. You know, there's, in the Khan Academy, if you go, there's a topic called Digital SAT Prep. Inside that, when you go, there are 13 units. So this is the 4th unit, which is on Advanced Math Fundamentals. So that is the one that we started from yesterday. Today is your first class. So we will talk about some of the things where we had left and then thereafter. So today we are going to talk about radical and rational exponents, negative exponents, adding, subtracting, multiplying polynomials. So these are some of the things that we will try learning, and then if we have some more time, we will try covering a few more topics. Everybody okay? Okay. Everybody on the screen okay?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
So what is a radical exponent or what is a rational exponent? Before we go there. Okay. So yeah, Praneeth jumped one step further. I asked the question and then I thought, okay, let me go one step back. So what is exponent first? Very simple. Very simple. Everybody knows? Everybody knows? No, but you guys don't want me to repeat because that will make it boring. Yeah? Something like this or something like this or something like this. This is exponent. This is your base. This is the power or exponent. Yeah? Now, the question here is, this is exponent, we all know. And I believe nobody wants me to go into the basic of exponents or the rules that we have learned in the past. If you need to, you can always ask me. I mean, we can cover that later on. Okay? Or when we do some sums, if I see any of you fumbling or struggling, I don't mind learning it. Okay? We'll come back to this. But now, for this class, we all know that this is called exponent. And I'll keep on asking some stupid questions in between just to make sure that we learn it in the easiest possible way, like a child. Okay? Alright. So everybody knows exponents. This is my power, or this is what we call exponent. S is the exponent of 3. Yeah? Here 2 is the exponent of y. 30 is the exponent of z. Clear? Now, from where did this rational exponent come into picture? What is a rational exponent? We know this is exponent, this is exponent, this is exponent. Is this a rational number? These numbers, are these rational numbers? No, these are natural numbers. Whole number. Yeah? So when we say an exponent which is a rational number, that is what makes it a rational exponent. Now look at this. If you look at y to the power 3 versus y to the power 1 by 3, this is where the catch is. This is a regular exponent. where the exponent or the power of y is a natural number or a whole number. Wherein here the exponent of y is 1 by 3, which is a rational number or a fraction. So you can call the fractional exponent or a rational exponent, whatever you are comfortable with. Is everybody with me so far?
Yes, sir.
Everybody. When I say everybody, I mean everybody.
Yes, sir.
Okay. And you are yourself everybody for yourself, okay? Make sure that you don't rely on what your neighbor says on the screen. Your neighbor says, yes, I'm fine, that means you have to be fine now. If you have a question, please feel free to ask, okay? And we invented a new word, saying neighbor on the screen. We never had talked about neighbor on the screen. Now, since we are in the online world, where you see, okay, I'm here, and there's one person next to me. Oh, that is my neighbor on the screen. New term. Alright, fancy. So coming back to rational exponent. Conceptually, this is what it is. Now, we will see how we want to play with them. This is rational exponent. Okay. Now, we know if I have x to the power a multiplied by x to the power b, that gives me x to the power a plus b. This part everybody knows. Everybody knows. This is the first rule of exponent. Everybody on the screen also knows. Yeah. X to the power a divided by x to the power b is x to the power a minus b. This also you all know. If you don't, we have done in the previous classes where we have also tried to find out why it is so. Do I need to believe my teacher blindly, or this is something that I can see by myself and be confident about it? And we have proved that. So, if any of you have any doubt in your mind, you can always ping me one-on-one, say, okay sir, even if everybody in the class knows, I don't mind. See, learning anything, be it simple, easy, difficult, at any point in time is fine. Not sharing what you don't know compromises your chance of learning that particular thing. So we are all here to learn. Some of you might have seen me being a little loud with the smaller kids because they need to be pushed a little bit. But with you guys being senior enough, I'm not going to be loud. But I'll try to be clear and make sure that you don't have to be afraid of me by any chance. You guys are here for a purpose, you are here to learn something. No matter how easy or difficult that question is, please feel free to ask. There is no wrong question actually. Alright? So this part we know. Now, when we are dealing with rational or fractional exponents, can you guys solve it? Y to the power 1 by 3 multiplied by y to the power 2 by 5. Let's see how confident you guys are. If you guys want to solve it in next 2-3 minutes, not more than that. Wonderful. If you don't want to solve it, teach me how you want to go about solving it. Okay, so you got me the answer, and I'm sorry to say, I don't care about the answer. I only care about the process part of it. So you will tell me, I'll come to you, Arya, okay? I saw you raising hand, I'll come to you. So, you just tell me what will be your process. Whether that gives me 1 as an answer or 200 as an answer, I don't care. Tell me what is the process that you are thinking about. So you will add this fraction, that's what. This is my A, this is my B. That's what you will do, okay? Sai, same thing? Okay. Arya, what is your point of view? Tell me.
I was just gonna tell you that I added the fractions and I got the answer.
Right. So that is exactly. So whenever you guys have to, whenever I ask you guys a question, right, and you have to answer that, please remember one thing. I am one very bad teacher who doesn't care about the answer. I don't care about the answer. I only care about the process part of it. So whenever I ask you guys, okay, how will you solve it? Just tell that to me like a story. Say, okay, this is what I will do. Like what you told just now, Arya, and what Praneet told me. That I have y to the power 1 by 3 but to be multiplied with y to the power 2 by 5. So this is like the first rule of exponent that we have learned. X to the power a multiplied by x to the power b gives me x to the power a plus b. So this is my x, this is my a, and this is my b. So this becomes x to the power a plus b. So as simple as this. This. And just to avoid any confusion, I'll put that in a bracket so that it doesn't get me diverted. Is everybody doing the same way?
Yes, sir.
Okay, good. Athar, Dhanushri, everybody, right?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Now comes another one. So again, today we will not probably be learning something new, but we will be doing enough practice so that we get to realize whether we are up to the mark with respect to these concepts or there is something that we need to learn. That's all. Now, let's say x to the power 2 by 4 Can somebody solve this for me? X to the power 2 by 5 inside parenthesis to the power 10 by 8. Okay? You need to learn how to be a little louder. You guys are growing up. So anyways, I heard you. Somebody on the screen is also raising hand. Let me hear that child also. I'll come back to you. Okay? Yep. Tell me who was raising hand. Shivatsav. Tell me.
Yeah, so basically you multiply both of them.
You multiply both the powers, and again you'll have to tell me the complete story, which will be that we know based on our understanding of exponents is if I have x to the power a in parenthesis to the power b, that gives me x to the power a into b, right? And I apply the same formula, so that means this will become x to the power 2 by 5 multiplied by 10 by 8. I'll put that in a parenthesis just to now avoid the confusion. Now we'll do whatever tic-tac-toe you want to do. So here when you do math, right, I keep telling you guys about tic-tac-toe. 10 becomes 5 times 2, 8 becomes 4 times 2. Now we'll do tic-tac-toe. This and this gone, this and this gone. And then 2 by 4, which gives me again 2 into 2. So this and this gone. So this becomes x to the power 1 by 2. Is this what everybody got as an answer? I don't care. I'm sorry. That was rude on my part. I did not mean to say I don't care about the answer. What I'm saying is, I don't want you guys to actually worry about the answer. Because if you know the process, you can solve hundreds of problems similar to that. If you are only concerned about the answer, you might become a champion in one problem, but that is not the goal. Yeah? Everybody on the screen. Any questions so far? No. Now let me give you guys some childish problems. You guys have learned addition, subtraction, multiplication long time ago. Let's do a little bit of practice of addition and subtraction. Okay? Let's say this is one polynomial. My question to you guys is, add the below polynomials. Trust me, this is one of the easiest questions that I am giving, and this kind of question comes in SAT. But then it just needs you guys to be little bit careful. Okay. First question is add. Second question is same thing, subtract. This is one polynomial. This is second polynomial. I am saying in the first question add these two polynomials, and in the second question I am saying subtract this polynomial from this polynomial. Can you guys do it quickly? 5 minutes. Only 5 minutes. So for all the kids on the screen, My first polynomial is 5x squared plus 2x minus 7. Second polynomial is 6y squared plus 3x squared minus 7x plus y. So my first question is saying add these two polynomials and tell me what is the resulting polynomial. And the second question says subtract this polynomial from the first polynomial and tell me what is the new polynomial that we are getting. I know some of you might be laughing behind the screen. This is one of the easiest questions to deal with, but it just shows. It is just needed for us to stay in touch with the basics, because you will get this kind of questions as well in your SAT no matter what. I'm assuming everybody is doing it right now. Okay, I'm just checking who all are there in the class. So what's up? Rutvik is there, Heer is there, Isha is there, Dhanushri, Atharv, Arya and Ananya. Okay, cool. So only person missing is Ritika and Vaibhav, I think. Vaibhav is still not there. Okay. Alright, so everybody is doing it. Some of you are done. Now, I see some kids being done in the classroom here. Everybody got a question though, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Is anybody close to being done on the screen?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So, let's see. Arya is done. Who else? Who else is done? Okay. He is also done.
In boxes.
Almost. Okay. So, okay, I'll probably give 2 more minutes so that I'm not rushing you guys to complete this. But I will take out this question from the screen and get you guys ready for the next question. So whoever has finished the first question can look at this next question, and you can start wrapping your head around this one. And as I keep bugging you guys with my concepts, saying using TRAN. So Ananya and Sai, TRAN is a method that nobody teaches. This is not patented method as well. This is my method based on how I have put things together. I mean, just for making it easy for you guys. Nothing scientific about it. T stands for every problem that you solve, you'll use TRAN technique. T stands for trust. So this is for Ananya and Sai here, okay? T stands for trust, meaning any question or any problem that you're solving, you have to always trust that if anybody in the world can solve it, that is me. So always trust yourself. The day you start believing, oh, this is a tough question, this is not something that I'm good at, I can give you a guarantee that you'll not be able to solve it. So keep that trust very high. And this is in your heart. Not to be looked at again every time. And then you keep running. You ran. And what RAN means, R stands for read. Whenever you have a question, don't jump to start solving it. That's a mistake. Okay, I'll complete. Now you can probably see there's a pen on that one. So R stands for read, meaning if you have a question, don't jump to start solving it. Read the question 1, 2, 3, 4 times till you get tired. Because when you read the question again and again, it makes your understanding of the question right and makes the question much easier. Okay? You can pick on the markers, it might take more space. So, reading the question again and again makes the question easier. Trust me. Regardless of whether you know the concepts or not, if you read the question, same question 3 times, you will find that has become half difficult. R is for read. Read and read so many times. And you can choose how many times you want to read. When do you get tired? I get tired after reading 4 or 5 times a question. You guys might be having less patience than me. You might get tired after 2 or 3 times. But make sure the intent is the same. Read it enough so that you know each and everything about the question. Then A stands for analysis. After you've read the question enough, then you're analyzing, you're thinking in your mind, what is the approach? What is the question saying? Now you have read it enough, you know about it. Then you'll start thinking, okay, now this is asking me to do this, and this is the formula I know. This is the thing, these are the things that I'm aware of. This is the approach that I'm going to follow for solving it. So you have made your blueprint in your mind before you pick the pen, okay, or the pencil, or the keyboard. Read, analyze, meaning make your mind, make your plan, and then comes N. Interestingly, N stands for Nike. Nike says just do it. I'm not the brand ambassador, I don't get any sponsorship from Nike, don't worry about it. But I like that, just do it thing. So, read the question enough, analyze, make your blueprint, and then you start doing it. If you look at this in a summary, if you need to forget about this whole theory that I keep boring you guys with, remember that you don't start solving the problem. You have to read it enough, then make your plan, and then you start solving it. If you start solving it with the word go, the chance of making mistake is more. Am I making sense so far? Am I boring you guys enough? I mean, all the kids who have been there for some time, they have heard it enough from me. I'm sure they don't want to hear it again. And so will be the case with Ananya and Sai also in near future as well. Okay? But are you guys okay with whatever we have talked about? Now, before I go to this question, who all has solved the first question? Okay, Sai has solved, Prince has solved. Arya also I heard you have solved. Anybody in the, okay. Sunarka, have you solved?
Yes, sir.
Ananya also has solved, okay. Now, 2 of you, okay, I'll pick any 2, okay. I will pick, let's say, Nanya and I'll pick Sunarka. So can you guys teach me, what was the approach for solving the problem? What was the problem and what did you do? Just tell me like a story, okay? Like a child, if you're trying to teach me something. Ananya, do you want to take a punt at it?
Okay. Can you read?
Yeah, you can read and you can. It's like you're telling me a story, okay? It's like you're teaching me now. It's a reverse training.
Okay. So like, you have to basically add the like roots together. So like 5x squared, 3x squared, and then you just add or subtract basically. And then you look for the coefficients, and then in the end you just, I don't know how to explain this, or like you
So
just,
I can guarantee you guys that I'll make you guys very good at storytelling soon, okay? Because that's a very important part of our life. Wherever you guys go. Now, whoever is getting ready for SAT now, right? Whoever has SAT coming up very soon, you guys have to write essays. And that is nothing but story. Yeah? So you guys know a lot of things. I can guarantee that. But then how do you present that like a story? Makes you different from others. So we'll end up practicing that in different shape and form, okay? Let's hear Sunarka, then I'll tell you what kind of story I was looking for. Okay? Yes, Sunarka.
Yeah. So basically, I found like the like terms. So,
Like
yeah.
terms, that's one catch, okay?
So I would for instance, 5x squared and 3x squared from the two different like polynomials. So and then I would add those, and basically I would add the like terms, subtract it. Probably.
Right. So all of you, right? When I was hearing Sunarka and I was hearing Ananya also, right? Did you guys notice something? I was there with a presumed plan. I was wanting to hear something, right? And I was waiting to hear that part. Neither Ananya nor Sunarka gave me a complete story, like teaching me. But then I had few terms in my mind. The one that Sunarka said was like terms. That struck me because that is what the goal is. Now if I'm talking about, what was the equation? Can you tell me?
5x squared plus 2x
Plus
subtract 7.
minus 7, okay.
Uh-huh.
And second one was?
6y squared plus 3x squared subtract 7x plus y.
Y. Now here, see, if I have to explain this to somebody who is much more junior than you guys, I still have to explain this, but in a simpler way. And that should be your approach always. No matter how difficult or complex problem you are trying to solve, your approach should be always to explain that in a very simple way. Because the time you simplify that for yourself and for the person who you are explaining that, your life becomes much easier and you will actually love that. Now let's look at this. This is one polynomial, 5x squared plus 2x minus 7, and this is the second polynomial, that is 6y squared plus 3x squared minus 7x plus y. And this is what we are trying to add. When I am trying to add the polynomial, this one has 3 terms, this has 4 terms. Now, can I add 5x squared to 7x? They are different things, different terms, they are different power, they are different exponents. Yeah? It's like adding apples and bananas together. If I add 5 apples and 3 oranges, can I say 8 oranges or 8 apples now? I'll still say 5 apples and 3 oranges. Same way here, if I add 5x squared plus 7x or 5x squared minus 7x, it will still remain as 5x squared minus 7x. I cannot put them together. I cannot make them one term. So when I have to add these two polynomials, what we have to find out is like terms. That's one word. Maybe I was not trying to use that same term, but Sunarka mentioned that, which is what we'll use. So we will add things which are like terms, meaning which has the power to the variable same. 5x squared plus 3x squared. Even without thinking too much about it, you say the 5x squared plus 3x squared. 5 apples plus 3 apples. X squared is apple here. It becomes 8x squared or 8 apples. I will add or subtract the like terms. 6y squared, can I add it with anybody here? It doesn't have a friend. This guy is lonely. It will remain lonely. What happens to x? 2x plus 2x minus 7x. He has a friend. Not a very good friend, maybe an enemy. So that's how it gets subtracted. 2x minus 7x. But still, it will combine together to become one term. This is y. There is nothing with y. This is also lonely. This is a constant. It's also lonely. So basically, as most of you were doing, we will add the like terms or subtract, whatever, depending on the sign that we have, and that's what gives us the final display. So there's nothing that we are learning right now. We are just trying to emphasize the fact that when I'm talking about adding or subtracting polynomials, this is adding polynomials, okay? When we are doing addition of polynomials, we'll only add the like terms. Now, while subtracting, there is a little bit of extra care that you have to enforce. I will probably not ask you guys to solve it because I know you all know that, but I'm trying to, okay. Again, repeat the question for me to make. 5x squared
5 plus 2x subtract 7. 6y squared plus 3x squared Subtract 7x plus
When I'm subtracting, when I say subtract this from this, whatever is the English meaning, that is what I will do here. Subtract this from this. So from this, subtract whatever is my value here. Okay. Subtract this from this. Now, one magic trick. In case of any confusion, wherever you are dealing with something, and if you kind of are thinking a little too much, don't think. Put things in a bracket. Separate elements, separate terms, put them in a bracket. So that way, you are very clear. Now look at this. If I would have not put this, say subtract this from this, I would have gone horribly wrong. Here, this one says this is one polynomial. Subtract this polynomial from this polynomial. So let's just put this also in a bracket. That's okay. Subtract this polynomial from this polynomial. This is pure simple English, right? Always use bracket as much as you can. I know it's an extra effort to explore the bracket, simplify it, but it minimizes your chances of mistake. Now, only care you would want to take is you have to multiply minus with every term. That is how you can break the bracket. Yeah? So this becomes minus 6y squared minus 3x squared plus minus into minus plus 7x minus y, and then this one nothing happens because there is no negative sign outside. And now that is getting my attention. Okay, so now I have this. We will look at all the similar terms and do that whatever we want to do. Only care, only precaution, only thing that you would want to ensure from your side is when you are dealing with multiple terms, put them in a bracket. So that way, one small mistake would mean the same thing like I keep saying. I say I don't care about the answer. This time the answer will not care for us. Okay? So let's be extra careful. That's the only thing. Anybody having any doubt about what I've mentioned so far? Or anybody wants to disagree? No? Alright. Now, do you guys want to solve this one? Let me give you the two options. You have one question, this one to solve, or second question. This one to solve, meaning multiply this polynomial with this polynomial. You guys can choose. Or if somebody can save time, you can do both. So next, but the time, it is time box. So you have only 5 minutes. All of you are so quiet today. Why what happened? Am I teaching so easy concepts or am I making you guys go to sleep? Anybody feeling sleepy because of my teaching style? No?
Yes, sir.
No, be brave. It's okay. It's okay. I see the advantage that you guys have is you guys are way too far from me. Even if I shout, it will not reach you guys. It's okay. Don't have to be scared of me. Sai, are you ready? You are also ready? Okay. Anybody on the screen ready? Yes, Snarka, Arya. Tell me the approach. What did you do in this case? Which one did you pick? First one or this one?
I did both.
Both of them. What was the approach in this case?
So for the first one, what I did was I first multiplied x to the power 3 half times x to the power 2/8, which I basically just added 3 half and 2/8. So I first did that, and then I subtracted that answer minus 5/3. So and then I got my x value. And after
Okay.
that, I did 1/6 minus 1/2. And my answer was x to the power 1 and 1/2 divided by 1/2.
Like that. Arya, what was your approach?
I did the same thing, sir.
Same thing. So that's the see. This is the advantage. If you go next. I know all of you are doing the same way because there's nothing new that we are doing here. I'm just trying to enforce certain practice, certain level of practice, and certain precaution that I want you guys to be aware of. Anybody else apart from Arya and Sunarka on the screen? Srivatsav, Dhanushri, Shravya, Heer. Now, are you guys able to proceed with the? I mean, are you able to do it nicely, or you're facing an issue with this one? Okay, so let's do one thing. Praneeth and Sai, did you guys do the same thing as we heard on the screen? Like add the fractions here, then subtract this fraction for x, and similarly subtract this fraction from this one. That's what you did? Okay. How about this one? Second one, multiplying binomials. So if you look at, yeah.
That was an accident.
Okay. So multiplying binomials. Did you guys do it?
Sir.
Okay. So let's do it this way. Okay. So I'll let you guys do a lot of practice, and that's where. And I don't give assignment to you guys. Okay. You guys are too grown up for me to get assignments from me. Okay. So what I prescribe is, whatever you're learning, this is mapped to Khan Academy Unit 4 right now. Khan Academy Unit 4. And you will see there are some lessons. So right now we are probably in the third or fourth lesson. Look at the respective lesson and then do unit test for that particular one and see whatever we are learning or revising here, are you able to do the sums online in Khan Academy? And once you finish it, it gives you a score also. Take a picture of that, send it to me. So that is more like, you guys are compliant. Okay? And also that also gives you confidence that, okay, whatever we discuss in the class, you are able to practice it. You are able to solve similar sums. Okay? That's what we do. And for the new kids, this is what I would suggest you guys to do. So Ananya, same thing for you and Sai as well. Yeah? And I'm assuming you all know where exactly you can find digital SAT prep. If you go to Khan Academy online, there's something called test. Inside that you'll have digital SAT prep. When you go to that, you'll find a list of 13 units, and that is what defines the boundary of all that we need to know at least for SAT. Yeah? Does silence mean a yes or means no?
Yes, sir.
Oh, good. All right. So we talked about adding, subtracting polynomials. We dealt with rational exponents. Now, what we want to learn is quickly. This is what I say: multiplying polynomials. Listen to this. Simple thing is, this means this multiplied by whole thing minus this multiplied by whole thing. That is what it is. If you have, let's say 5x squared plus 7y squared plus 3y plus z multiplied by x squared minus 7x plus 5. What this means is, you pick this polynomial or this polynomial, you pick every term, multiply with everything. Second term, multiply with everything. Third term, multiply with everything. That is what the answer is. Now, the topic says multiplying binomial with binomial. it doesn't have boundary. Nobody can say, okay, fine, only 2 terms. No. Even if 3 terms, the same thing, right? If you know how to multiply 15 by 18, and somebody says, okay, multiply 151 by 261, approach is the same. First number multiply, second number multiply, third number multiply. It's just 51 step. That's it. Same way here. No matter whether you have 1 term, 2 term, 3 term, it's binomial, trinomial or polynomial, you will pick every term from one side, or you can pick from here. Pick this one, multiply with every term. Pick second one, multiply with every term. Pick third term, multiply with every term, and so on and so forth. And then you add or subtract the like terms, basically, that you guys know. I'm just repeating myself, okay? I mean, there is nothing new in this one. And interestingly, for all of you who have come all the way to this grade, SAT, if you see, SAT teaches you some advanced concepts only for some of the things. But it's a accumulated topic that they will take into account for asking you questions. So there will be some questions, some topics, some units where you will find that this is already known to you and this looks very childish. But still that is part of the syllabus. So it is in our interest to kind of go through that. Now we looked at rational exponents. What is a radical exponent? Anybody remembers what is a radical exponent? On the screen. Any of you remember? So rational exponent. This is exponent. This is rational exponent. What is a radical exponent?
Is it an exponent with a variable like 3 to the power x?
No. It is not almost the same thing. It is the same thing. It is actually the same thing. It's just a different representation. Okay? So radical exponent, if you say, okay, before I move on, to each one of you, you guys have come to a point where you guys are not going to remain an individual contributor. You guys will start playing different roles on the stage in front of a lot of people. I would suggest you guys to start being more vocal, much more louder, much more clearer. Okay? This is a very fierce world. There is no space for anybody who is meek or timid. Trust me. And I'm not trying to tell any of you meek. I'm saying you have to be loud to be heard. If you are not, people will make interpretation. There will be people who will know less than you know, and they will probably get more mileage than you guys. I want each one of my child in this class to be loud and vocal. Whatever you know, make sure that you tell it loud and clear. That yes, I know this. Okay? It's a pretty practice. Okay? Again, none of us are knowing everything from day one. The way I'm delivering speech today, I don't think I was doing the same way when I came out of engineering college even. Forget about being of your age. But I want you guys to start practicing that because that is it. Okay? So, be loud, be clear. It's okay to make mistakes. You can correct mistakes. Alright? So, here, radical exponents are nothing different. It is the same thing, essentially. Just a different representation. Now, look at this. What is this? Square root of 5? Or you can say this. When you put a 2 here, that means square root. If I say 5, 3, this is cube root. Okay? If I say this is the 4th root. Yeah? This representation style is called radical exponent style. I mean this is represented in radical form. That's it. Are you guys with me so far? Everybody on the screen?
Yes, sir.
So, radical exponent and rational exponents are two different forms of representation only. Again, rational exponent, when you say, again I will not say representation, rational exponent means a power which is a fraction, a rational number. Wherein radical exponent is just a representation style. When you represent a square root or a certain root of a number, we represent in this format, that is called rational. So if I'll show you why when I told Pranil, right, that this is the same thing. Now, you look at this. If I say square root of 5, okay, I can also say represent this in this way. So that's what I meant by saying radical exponent and rational exponents are actually the same thing. Two different representations. Okay? If somebody says 18 to the power 3 by 9, let me not complicate this. Let me not complicate this. Somebody says this to the power, this is 4th root of 18. I can represent this as 18 to the power 1 by 4. Everybody with me so far? Yeah?
Yes, sir.
Now, if I say 9 square, getting more interesting, right? Can I represent this in a rational form? What will be that? 2 over 3. Yes. So this will be 9 to the power 2 over 3. Simple thing is, whatever is the power here, that is by 1. Here, when I had nothing, that was power 1. That is how it became 1 by 4. So here I have a power 2. This became this. Okay? Now, if I say 4 squared I know that you will say, oh, this is a kid's play. 4 square root will be 4. That's it. But I'm not trying to do it that way. Tasvi, come and pick a chair. We'll start in 5 minutes, okay? I will do it the rational exponent form. So this is 4 to the power 2, and then I have square root. Yeah? That is what makes it 2 by 2. 4 to the power 2 by 2. That is 4 to the power 1. Okay? Somebody can pick the chair has fallen already. That's okay. Alright. So, so radical exponent or rational exponents are the same thing, just a different representation. When I have something in radical form, if somebody says 94 17th root, this is as good as 94 to the power 1 by. Yeah. So radical exponent, rational exponent. That is how we look at it. Now there is one more thing that I wanted you guys to learn before I let you guys go and enjoy the rest of your evening. That is negative exponent. What does it mean? Anybody? Go to the water. Okay. So, question here was, all the junior kids who are joining, just hang in tight for next 3-4 minutes. Once we finish the class with the senior ones, then we'll start your class. Okay? So here the question is x to the power minus 8. What does it mean? I got one answer here in the classroom. Anybody else on the screen? Ananya, you want to say something?
Is it going to be 1 over x to the power 3?
Yes. This is a dance program. I'll tell you why. This is a dance program. Whatever you have here, if it's negative, it dances. From first floor it goes down. Negative sign is gone. If somebody says like this, okay, x power minus 5 into x power 2 divided by x power minus 7. This is literally a group dance happening here. All the negative signs will make the numbers jump from bottom to top, top to bottom. So here this will become This is negative, I don't want to deal with negative. I will say x squared, x to the power 5 came down. Now this is minus 7, I don't want to deal with this guy goes up. And now you deal with normal this time. Or you can always say minus 5 minus 7. Whichever way you are comfortable. But net what I'm saying is negative exponent simply means there is a dance happening here. Okay? You will not settle down with anything with a negative power as is. It just moves from up to down to up. Okay? These are the negative exponents. I want you guys to do some of the unit tests, not some of the unit tests, all that we have learned, all the unit tests that you see in Khan Academy, I would request you guys to do that. And not because, not as a brutal force coming from my side for you to finish it, but more as an assessment to say, okay, fine, whatever we revised, very comfortable. Are you able to do it without making any mistake? Are we doing 100% right? Is it giving me a guarantee that, okay, tomorrow if I am going for SAT and if I have similar questions coming in my paper, will I get 100% out of it? Yeah? So that's what I would want you guys to do as an assignment. And trust me, be it you guys or be it the kids from 3rd grade, I don't give assignment for the entire week which takes more than 30 minutes. Agree? That is what we'll do. And that's my only way to get an assurance that yes, all that I'm teaching you guys is actually reaching you guys. Yeah? That brings us to the end of the class. For all of you who are here for SAT preparation, thank you so much for joining the class. See you guys next Saturday, and I'll wait.